How is it that you send a follow-up email post-call? Hi guys, my name is Deepak Shukla, founder at the Pearl Lemon Group. We're a business growth and development agency based in the UK, USA, as well as serving clients worldwide. And here today, in day number 43, we're talking about, how is it that you send follow-up emails after a call? Now, before we get into it, if you are looking for any support with your communications, development, or otherwise within your team, please do reach out to us. And while you're here, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. I'd really help, appreciate it if you hit the red subscribe button and just, stay tuned for more. And then finally, also there's some additional strategies that you'll find in the description below if you just want more of the stuff that you won't find here. So fundamentally, we're going into, you see I've changed my screen setup a little bit. We're going into the world of the practical follow-up email. So how is it that you send a follow-up email after a call? So look, there's a couple of things I want to outline that are important. So when you've had a good conversation with a client and some things are agreed, send. So basically, send what happened in the call, or was send what was agreed in the call in writing. That's just something that you should do. Send what was agreed in the call in writing, because otherwise it could lead to challenges down the line when people need to refer back when there's any disputes or there's any discussions. You want to just keep a record ultimately of what was discussed and agreed. Now, of course, recording calls is fantastic, but it also means that you need to really go through the entirety of the call, and or you can send the timestamp that relates to what was agreed in the call. So send what was agreed in the call in writing, or timestamp video. I mean, you can just send the video as is, of course, because the record will be there, and it can be found later, but it's just a bit more tedious to get through. So that's just something to consider in general. Now, when it comes to how to send a follow-up email post call, there's you know what? Let's exit this drawing and let's just jump into my Gmail, which is what I wanted to do. That's why you're seeing me go full screen, baby. So yeah, cool. Let's do it. So let's just, for example, let's just go Deepak. Oh, Deepak. So yeah, that's just a random email I've got. So cool. So follow up from our call. So there's a couple of things to consider. In the title, you really benefit from putting in the overall outcome. So this is something to consider. Change in strategy. So for example, 16th of April 2022. 2 more weeks of lead generation. So what am I doing here? So I'm signposting what this email is about. I'm signposting the date. Of course, it will be captured by the email. So there's an argument that you don't need to put it in because it will be contained within the email. So you can discuss that. I just like to see them in the subject titles, and then the overall outcome, what is changing. So getting used to ultimately putting the summary in the header is really powerful, because then if, for example, it's a one-to-one call, but you need to inform many people because it relates to activity and all of that good stuff, then you're going to put everybody into the CC as an example. So now if I'm adding test at test.com, and then I've got test1 at test.com, and so on and so forth, everybody can be kept abreast of the changes in strategy, etc. So generally speaking, I would say, hey Frank, or hi, great to talk to you just now. So you want to send, so just now, you want there to be some recency in regards to the follow-up email post call. It really should be post, within on the same day of the call, hopefully immediately after. You don't want to wait a couple of days. It's just not useful. Things get forgotten, and the ideas or the remnants of the ideas from the call, like the energy dissipates with distance from the call itself. So you want to send it at the high point of the energy, which is immediately after. So that's why just now makes sense. And then you can include the here's the call here's the no, here's a recording of our call we just had for your reference. This is how we tend to do it at Pearl Lemon, and this is hopefully helpful to you. And then you can at the relevant people. So Samil, Atit, can you please go through our call? You're aware. Cool. So there's a couple of important things that are going on here. Frank is a client. I'm CCing in some of our team to close the loop with the discussion that we had. I'll let the team know. I'll discuss it with the team. Of course, if you're doing the work, then you don't need to. We just had. You don't need to, include the others if it's just you and the client. If you're a client relationship manager, then the implementation has been done by somebody else, which means that you would at those people, and then when it says the let's chat, that would signify the fact that you are immediately sending it after. You're going to ask the team to go through the call, and then you're going to discuss the strategy. In summary, less for the benefit of all. So this is where you put the agreement. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Point. Whatever the points were. Okay, and hopefully that covers everything, Frank. If there's anything I've missed, just feel free to reply. Something like that. Okay. Not hopefully. That covers everything, I believe. Hope. Please do reply if you have any questions, or I like to use questions or additional comments. So although please do reply sounds a bit customer service center-ish. Just reply back. Just reply back sounds a lot more natural. So it's following that trope of does it read well when you speak it, or does it sound like it? Does it read like you'd speak it? Yeah, just reply back if you have any additional questions. That covers everything, I believe, Frank. And no, there you have it, guys. A couple of things. So number one, you can add a bit more small talk here, positivity, energy. Number two, you provide the call link for the reference, and that link could go in here, link there. Number three, one, energy, preamble, energy, small talk. Number two, reference to call link. Number three, including the relevant members of the team. Number four, outlining all of the elements at a high level of what happened on the call. Number five, a wrap up, and that's really the 5-step guide to sending a solid follow up email post call. So there you have it, guys. I hope that makes sense. If you've got any questions, please write them in the comments below. But otherwise, do, as I said, subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Thanks.